And an attractive man will go up to women and say, "Hi, would you like to have sex?" 0 women say yes to the man, even though he's a really good-looking guy. Mm-hmm. Half of the men that the woman approached said yes. So let's not...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was this your social experiment, Carl? Was this... Are you the handsome man? So candid and open about the fact that he's totally comfortable with sucking another dude's dick. That's fucking awesome. I mean, I'm sorry. That's like, it comes across as like genuinely badass to be very transparent about that. I mean, someone who grew up in a high school in an era riddled with homophobia, the fact that like in this day and age, someone who is like a voice to all these young kids and minds, and that's totally fine, is fucking awesome. Like I'm very, very happy about that. And you know you're doing something right when it rubs this guy the wrong way.
Had sleep with other men, well, eventually she's going to sleep with the guy whose personality she likes, and then she'll leave you. This is something that I've seen happen to beta male feminists.
Thank you, yo dame. Gay men share each other's husbands all the damn time, and we are totally fine. Yes, you can have sexual relations with other individuals without there being some kind of romantic attachment to it as well. I mean, polyamory by definition is you're going to be loving multiple people, but you can also there can be sex without love. Yes, it's true. There can be sex for pleasure as well, or there can be both. You can have sex and be in love with multiple people. All totally fine. All of it fine. As long as it's all consensual, both parties are agreeing to it, no problems.
Many times. What do you do now? You started this this process. And so I think the desire will always be...
Like, you know, my friend, not me, but someone I know, good friend of mine, we'll call him a C. Benjamin. No, Carl B. Yes, Carl B. Yes, the famous British rapper Carl B. Seemed to be engaged in a form of cuckoldry, and wasn't most pleasant, and it made Carl B. very sad. Carl B. cries himself or herself to sleep every night because of this, and because of that, you should all never do what Carl B. did.
Carrying the baby, she's the one who has the primacy and importance when it comes to that. It's very easy to find a man to impregnate a woman. Most women could probably go out and just organize. I mean, they're
just organize. You heard him. Fuck unions. Let's just organize and impregnate some woman. Ladies, you ready for an organization? Holy shit.
In just like man on the streets, like tests where an attractive woman will go up to a guy and say, "Hi, would you like to have sex?" And then an attractive man will go up to women and say, "Hi, would you like to have sex?" 0 women say yes to the man, even though he's a really good-looking guy. Mm-hmm. Half of the men that the woman approached said yes. So let's not...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was this your social experiment, Carl? Was this... Are you the handsome man in this scenario?
If you're cucking a guy at his request, this is probably not the guy that you were looking to marry, right? This is not the guy you're looking to spend your entire life with. This is short-term satisfaction.
Deal breaker.
In the face of long-term gain, sexual tastes, and their own ability to satisfy their desires with real women. And so... it leads to, erectile dysfunction, difficulty forming long-term relationships, all this sort of thing. And I'm not saying we should ban porn or anything like that, but we should recognise that there are actual consequences to doing things that in previous generations would have naturally been restrained because they would have been seen as being a destructive force. And then you got finally, what will this do to your children? And I think that's something that really matters. And I think that really matters. Like, for example, Destiny, Steve Bonnell. He has a son, and he is also a willing cuckold.
All right, here we go. This is it. We've waited all this time. This is it. This is the Sargon of Akkad versus Destiny, Stephen Bonnell II, drama alert. This is the spice, everybody. You wanted spice. You wanted drama. You wanted Keemstar without the pedophilia. Here it is.
And he committed very firmly to the, I don't care. I know that she loves me when she comes back at home at night. It's like... okay, well, we've covered how she's probably going to find a guy whose personality she likes and actually respects physically and leave you for him. But what does that do to the identity of like man and woman? Because these are normally, I mean, I realize that the radical left, the whole point is to destroy the identities of man and woman.
Wow, Destiny. I didn't know Destiny was part of the radical left, but it's official, Sargon.
And I mean, they can do that if they want, but I think there are strong arguments against doing that. I think that the identity of man and woman have come about because they fulfill necessary social roles, and I think that they also are a form of pride to the people who hold these identities. They ground them. They help them realize where their place in life is and what they should be doing. And I think that knowing your place is actually something that we've forgotten the importance of.
Know your place, you walking wombs. Every one of you walking wombs, waiting to be organized and bred. Know your place. And
this is something that I think we should probably be a little more careful on, considering how things are spiraling out of control.
If someone wants to edit the trailer of this to The Handmaid's Tale, it would fit in perfectly. Just think of this entire little soliloquy mixed with the music and all the horror and all the imagery. Like it would be flawless.
Of the milkshake was, look, he's got no dignity and pride anymore. That's why I just puffed out my chest and smiled at them, saying, okay, come on, do it again then. And what?
I don't know about that, Sargon. I mean, if I was to look at certain photos, let's try Sargon of Akkad and say fish. Up here, yes, there we go, nice. Okay, and then for science, and just to make sure there's no conjecture, and no one's going to accuse me of doing the wrong thing here, I'm just going to move ever so slightly. Oh, yes, and there we have it. Yes, oh, yes. Well, if we were to examine the mouth region, let's get a little bit closer in here, yes. Definitely in a downward trend. Yes, downward trend, Carl. I don't see too much smiling going on.
I've met loads of guys and none of them are like this. Why is that? Why do they all hate this? I think that there is definitely a dearth of duty being done to the children.
A dearth of duty.
Families. I think that it doesn't foster a healthy view of what...
That sounds like the worst band in human history. Dearth of duty. Like, fuck. That's going to be like a Christian punk ambient science fiction soundtrack band. Dearth of duty.
When they blamed terrorists and suspended the Constitution, we didn't
preserve my own dignity and pride. And I think
now
people should preserve their own dignity. I think there's a lot to that. I mean,
my name is Alfred. I had another name.
The left thought the triumph of the milkshake
now.
They needed to do it.
He's got no dignity and pride.
Bank accounts
That's
and
why I
jobs
just
all at
puffed
the
out my
same
chest
time.
and
You
smiled.
imagine the airports otherwise?
And what? That wasn't gonna tear me down. But the reason this is important is because that's what the son, and undoubtedly the daughter as well.
Will serve the leaders.
I'm a man. I was a
and their
boy
barren
once.
wives.
I have a son.
You
Let me talk
will
from the
bear
male side.
children for them.
Well, no, actually, I could talk from pretty much better. But yeah, that's what the son's looking at. What is a respectable man? What example do I follow as a young man? And they don't think of this.
We'll send you to the colonies. You'll be cleaning up toxic
that
waste.
You can see it as your son is growing up.
Did you enjoy what you just watched and now crave more Nectar of the Damned? Did you know that if you're watching on YouTube, you're only getting half the surfy experience? We upload all of our content commercial and censorship free to our Patreon. Due to the general demonetization of our videos, we now upload half of our original content directly to those who can help us produce this show. Want even more nectar than that? Well, come join us at twitch.tv/TheSerfsTV, where we do weekly live streams, debates, interviews, AMAs, and more. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can help support our show 100% free by subscribing to our Twitch channel. So come join us, be merry, and know that your support is helping us do great things.
Like pay rent and eat. We would first and foremost like to thank our god, Nicholas Marks. We worship at your temple. We would like to thank our monarch, Elsie Hupp. Your generosity has made this entire thing possible. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, and Michaela Schmidt. You are the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Surf Table, Paul Parfit, Daniel Kahn, Fair Tahan, Clement Chutskov, Schizosaurus, Josh Mickelson, Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andre Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bith, Terry, Todd Buckingham, Jed Lewis, Todd Lajeunesse.